All right, check it. What's up, guys? It's yeah, sticky butt. What's up, guys? It's none other than your boy JGiddins, the father. Remember to be positive, optimistic, and keep positive people in your circle, baby. Today is my D-log for May 23rd. I didn't do a dream log yesterday, so I'm gonna be doing the 23rd and the 24th today. I want to start off by saying happy solar return to my goddess. Her, I guess what you would call a birthday is today. I call it a solar return because it is the day that your spirit and your soul inhabited the vessel of the fetus or the vessel that was inside of what you know as your mother on this day. So it was your return from where we come from. But anywho, I'm going to talk to you guys first about my dream from May 23rd. If you've been watching these dream logs, you already know how this go. I'm going to just read you the stanzas that I wrote down. This is only one page, so it's not too much. Now, I titled this dream log UFO Invasion because this was a UFO invasion. I had a dream about this 2 nights ago on May 23rd. Today, if you're following this Gregorian calendar that we were taught to follow, because time is not real. However, for the sake of understanding, I'm going to say on May 23rd, I had a dream about a UFO invasion. So let's just jump into it. So first stanza, and this is JGiddins, by the way, my youngest goddess. Let me let y'all see on YouTube as well. Y'all see my baby? All right. Now, first, I remember laying down to sleep in the dream and awaking to a UFO invasion. At first, the sky was completely dark and cloudy, and you could see the mothership through the clouds. I went back in to tell my roommate Josh and my goddess Danielle about what I saw. So basically, I do remember in the dream, I went to sleep, and when I woke up, okay, baby. In the dream, I went to sleep, and when I woke up, I went outside, I went out front, and I remember the clouds were completely dark, and you could tell something was orbiting over the planet. It was huge. Like I just remember, I can't really describe it to you. It was huge though, and it was like just above the clouds, like where you could tell that it was there. This is a happy solar return day balloon that my daughter is playing with, by the way. All right, but so long story short, that's that part. I went back in, and my Josh is a good friend of mine. Well, he was a good friend of mine. He was my best friend actually all throughout like through the last year or so of high school, and then a couple years after that. But there was a falling out between he and I due to a situation with his sister that just went left. But anyway, Josh was living with me for some reason, and when I went back in, I started telling him about the UFO being outside. Next one, and I told Danielle about it as well. Excuse these long stashes, guys. These are getting way too long. I'm just not cutting my ether anymore. By the way, hair is called ether. It is your connection to the cosmos. I won't go too in detail in it right now. I'm probably going to cut it at some point in terms of shaping it up, but I'm not going to cut it off. All right, when I went back out again, the UFO had landed in the distance and was so huge that there was no longer any sky. I left the house to venture out and see what was going on. I remember climbing obstacles that looked like blocks or buildings as I progressed. So yeah, when I went back in, I got Danielle, my goddess. She came back out. She came out with me, and we noticed that the UFO had landed. It was huge, yo. Like I really can't even explain how big it was. I remember it being like a circular shape, and then it being like a big square entrance in the front of it. But anyways, I saw it in the distance, so I started going to it, right? And I remember as I was traveling to it, traversing through whatever I was doing, I was climbing over buildings. Like think about that old Godzilla game that used to be like Bart Simpson. It was like a Bart Simpson Godzilla game. You would like jump over the blocks and everything, or jump over the buildings and climb over them. But I was just kind of climbing over it, walking through whatever, seeing different things, other beings and stuff like that. And then I remember I got to a point where I could like look around the building, and I saw some aliens coming down from the UFO. And they were just destroying everything. Like they were walking through and destroying everything. So I remember I got like a little, let me not jump too far ahead, because I think I'm going to mention that in the next stanza. All right, next one. After traveling a short distance, I could see giant beings descend from the ship. they started destroying things. I ran back to the house where I explained what I had saw. I remember at some point is that struggle? STR. Oh, a strange looking alien had rung our bell and knocked. I opened the door and shook their hand. Yeah, so as I was saying, when I saw those beings destroying everything, I remember I took off, I went back because I was just thinking to myself, I want to get to see my family again before whatever happens. Who knows? And I went back and I told, I was telling everybody about it. And like I said, I remember while I was at the house, our doorbell rung or somebody knocked. I can't remember if it was a knock or a ring of the bell, but an alien came and I saw the alien through the door. I opened up the door. I remember my goddess was a little shook, like she was a little scared, like, oh no, we shouldn't open the door. But I was like, no, I'm gonna open the door. So I opened up the door, and when I opened it up, the alien shook my hand and I shook his hand. I'm gonna move on. I remember riding some sort of vehicle through strange terrain after we left the house. I also remember being on a train, which I mistakenly rode as I meant to step on to talk to someone, and the doors closed. So yeah, I think I only got one sheet, so that's it for this one. But I do remember, like I said, I was riding some sort of a strange vehicle. It wasn't like a car. It was something maybe like off the Jetsons or something. It was some kind of strange vehicle. I was riding through strange terrain. There was a bunch of stuff everywhere that doesn't look anything like what you see that, these beings have made on our planet since they got here. I also remember, being on a train, and when I say train, I mean like the subway. If those are familiar with the subway that operates underground, not like the light rail or anything. But I remember being in the subway tunnel, and I stepped onto the train to talk to somebody. I was telling them about something. I can't remember what exactly it was, but I was telling them about something. And in the middle of me telling them something, the door closed, and I was like, "Yo, no!" And then the train took off. But it was only going to one stop, which wasn't that far away. For those who have ridden a train before, like when you get to the last stop, there's like a little section that you go to right after the last stop, which is, I guess, where like the trains dock or maybe they turn around. I went to that section, and then I got off the train and walked out. And it becomes a little bit hazy right there. There's a bunch more, honestly, that took place in that dream. I just can't like verbalize it. So, I can just come up with what I can, enough to make this log for those who care enough to watch, and for myself if I ever need to reference this for anything. All right. I'm gonna jump to my next night, but I'm gonna make another video for it so I can properly organize it. Please remember to be positive, optimistic, keep positive people in your circle, baby. I thank you guys for checking out my dream log. Please remember, to all of y'all on YouTube, please remember to follow me on Instagram at JGiddins the Father. It's pretty easy to to find. I don't think I need to spell it out or anything. JGiddins is pretty straightforward, and it's on the screen right here at the bottom. Yeah, the bottom. What is that? Bottom left, right? But again, remember to be positive, optimistic, keep positive people in your circle. I encourage you guys to create your own dream log and just try to keep up with it so that it can build up your ability to remember and understand these things. Because now when I think about my dreams, I actually remember them as if they're memories. Like the same way I remember like being in high school and stuff and remember like childhood memories, I remember my dreams like that. Like they actually took place. It's just different. All right, I love you guys. I'm gonna do the next video. I'm out.